I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, West Rock. Today we are live from the Panther newsroom. My name is Nina Pagano.
And my name is Benjamin Singh.
Today is Tuesday, May 20th. It is a D-Day.
At 10:30 today, there will be a special StreamYard for only the 8th grade. Today, members of the marching band will report to the band room at 8:25 for marching practice. Please wait for an announcement prior to heading down.
Now over to Mr. Turbo.
Good morning, everyone. This week, our morning meeting is going to be about our year in review. We have learned a lot of vocab words, emotional vocabulary. As we talk about our quadrants in the mood meter, we're going to talk about reflecting each day on a time that we found ourselves in the yellow quadrant, a time that we found ourselves in the blue quadrant, a time that we found ourselves in the green quadrant, and a time that we found ourselves in the red quadrant. As we've learned, no emotion is bad. Every emotion serves a purpose, right? And as we find ourselves going through the mood meter and experiencing these emotions, what purpose do they serve? And what do we do as we regulate and as we label these emotions? How do we learn from that? And now that we're emotional scientists instead of emotional judges, what do we do with these emotions? How do we process them? How do we label them? How do we understand these emotions? And now that we are emotional scientists, how do we learn and how do we process our emotions? And as we reflect on the year and times that we've experienced these different emotions, what can we learn? And as we look forward to our summer and our very exciting times, right? How can we prepare ourselves for being in a new environment, being home? Our 8th graders, we're going to be moving on to a new environment in high school. So as we prepare for new environments and being in an unstructured time outside of school, how can we reflect on our year that's happened and look forward to new times, right? So today we're going to talk about a time that we were in the yellow quadrant, right? We're talking about a time that was high energy and high pleasantness, right? So these are times when maybe we were feeling exhilarated, a really exciting time that we were really happy, really pleasant, and really high energy. So this is an exciting time, right? Something really good that happened this year. So start to think about that as you prepare for today's morning meeting. These are exciting things that happened. So that's a really positive thing. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about a time that we were in the green quadrant. So this is a low energy time, but still high pleasant. And those are the words that we learned about. So maybe this was something that you were feeling relaxed, right? Or at ease. Thursday, we're going to talk about a time that we were in the blue quadrant. So this is a low energy, low pleasantness, right? So maybe feeling a little down, a little sad. And then on Friday, we're going to talk about that red quadrant, right? These are maybe a time that you were furious, right? We talk about anger. And while we might think about the red quadrant as an maybe you would formerly, when we were emotional judges, we would think that this was a bad quadrant. It's not bad, right? Anger we talk about, this is something that causes an unjust feeling, right? But why does that happen? Right now that we are emotional scientists, we know that there's a purpose in anger, right? Why are we feeling unjust? So now that we know that all emotions serve a purpose, as we go through our ruler acronym, we know that there is a purpose for every emotion. We know why. And as we can label our emotions and understand them and regulate them, we know that there is a reason for everything. So as we reflect on our year and prepare ourselves for our summer and our exciting times, let's open ourselves up to some very interesting dialogue as we reflect on our year. And now back to our anchors.
The AINS pause stands for accountability. Please hold yourself accountable for your actions each and every day.
Remember, students learn best when they're engaged academically and emotionally.
Have a top-notch Tuesday, everyone.